The third month, my family's kept me locked in the psych ward. Electrodes on my temples. Restraints cutting into my wrists. I'd lost count of how many shocks the doctor had given me.
Please! Please, no, it's hurt! I'll be good! I promise! Stop!
I struggled, I begged, but the doctor didn't even look up. The nurse pushed the door open, expressionless. I watched her white shoes come closer.
Her family says, up the dose.
The current hit. My body arched, then went limp. The last thing I saw was the white fluorescent light and the little red dot on the security camera blinking on and off. The line on the heart monitor went flat. I died. When I opened my eyes, I was standing in an old pawn shop. I looked down at my hands. Translucent.
Welcome.
A voice. Behind the counter, I looked up. A man, 30 maybe. His eyes were pale gray, like glass with no heat in it.
The Soul Shop. The place where you get what you want most.
He looked up at me.
And what do you want?
What do I want?
I mumbled and clenched my fists. My nails dug into my palms, but I couldn't feel the pain anymore.
I want to live again.
He set the cloth down,
It won't be cheap.
pulled out a sheet of parchment from beneath the counter, slid it across to me.
To live again, you trade something of equal value. Do you know what's worth the most about you?
No.
Your ability to love.
I froze. He looked at me with those pale gray eyes, voice slow.
You see, people like you are rare. You loved your parents, loved your brother, loved your fiancé. You even loved the sister who took everything from you, stepped on, spit on, and you kept handing them your heart over and over.
You're mocking me!
I'm doing business.
He tapped the parchment with one fingertip.
Terms. You surrender your ability to love. I give you one more life. Starting the day you turn 12, the day they brought your sister home.
Why that day?
For the first time, something flickered in his face, almost interest.
Because that's where your story went wrong.
I was quiet for a long time. Then I looked up.
Deal.
I lifted my hand, pressed it to the parchment. A gold light bloomed where my fingerprint landed. He took the contract back, gave me the smallest nod. I snapped.
May this life find yourself.
He snapped his fingers. The world began to fall apart. Shards of light drifted down like snow. White light swallowed everything.
Anya, what are you spacing out for? Our new sister's almost here. Let's go down and meet her.
Hearing that name again froze me for a second. My eyes snapped open. I hadn't been called Anya in 6-7 years. I turned and looked at my twin brother, Cole, next to me. Sure enough, he'd reverted to his 12-year-old self. A half-grown boy in a perfectly tailored suit, eyes bright with anticipation. One of his hands was holding my hand. I looked down at his slim, clean fingers. In my head, I saw the handprint it had left on my face when we were older. I frowned, yanked my arm free. Cole looked at me confused.
Anya, what's wrong?
The front door opened. My parents' voices floated up.
Cole! Anya, come down!
We brought your sister home!
Cole's eyes lit up. He dropped me and ran down the stairs alone. I stood at the top and watched the 4 of them downstairs. One big happy family. I pressed a hand to my chest. Strange. My heart was still beating calmly. But the knife-edge pain as before, it was totally gone. Cole and I are twins. For the first 12 years of our lives, my parents only had the 2 of us. Cole was older by 2 hours. He and our parents spoiled me into a real deal little princess. Someone joked to my father once.
With a temper like your daughter's, thank God she's engaged to Felix already, or no one would dare marry her.
My father's face went black.
My daughter wasn't born to be married off. She can stay home for life. I can afford her.
My mother and Cole didn't say a word. They just kept showering me with more nice things. A $3 million bracelet was an ordinary birthday gift back then. But it was also the last birthday gift I would ever get. The year I turned 12, an old friend of my father's died of illness. On his deathbed, he asked my father to take in his only daughter, Olivia. And after her coming, my family's love, trust, attention, all of it drifted away from me a little at a time. But I still treated her like my own sister before my 18th birthday. I loved her until the moment I saw her kissing my fiancé Felix in the garden. I snapped.
Why are you doing this to me?
Do you even see what you're like right now? You're a lunatic.
Cole's eyes were full of revulsion. My parents said nothing. They watched, like everyone else. The pain in my chest had me shaking head to toe. I went at Olivia with a knife, but Cole kicked me into a thicket of thorns. Every single person there crowded around Olivia, trying to calm her down, begging her not to cry. Nobody cared that what I'd had in my hand was just a plastic knife from the cake. My parents had me committed, said I was mentally ill. Cole's kick did real damage. I was coughing up blood day and night. I begged the doctor over and over to call my parents. Not a single call got answered. Then, after another round of electroshock, I stopped breathing. That was when I saw it. The Soul Shop. The one in the rumors. I traded everything I had to love with for one more chance. This time, no one gets to hurt me.
Aina, sweetheart, come on. You've been waiting.
Before my parents could say anything, Cole jumped in.
Anya's just a little hot-tempered. Don't be sad. I'll go tell her off in a minute.
Cole's so grown up. You take good care of your sister, okay?
Their laughter floated up through the floor. I stood up and started going through my things. Too much time had passed. I couldn't remember everything 12-year-old me owned. A closer look, I was almost embarrassingly rich. No wonder Olivia loved taking my things. I scooped the jewelry off the vanity and dumped it into my backpack. I picked up the bracelet and remembered the time she'd smashed it. That was the first time I'd slapped Olivia. She'd hidden behind the door with her eyes red, voice tiny, like I was the one who'd broken her favorite thing.
Sister, I'm sorry. I really didn't mean to. I just wanted to look at it. It slipped.
Then she'd burst into tears. My parents came running. Cole came running. She had wrapped herself around my mother's leg, sobbing like she was going to pass out. But the moment no one was watching, she looked up at me and smirked. I pointed at her, trying to tell them truth.
Anna! How can you be cruel to her? It's just a bracelet. You couldn't have let her have it?
Just a bracelet?
That bracelet was the gift Cole had bought me with the prize money from his first IT competition, and he'd forgotten. By the time I'd packed up everything, there was a soft knock on my door. My mother, voice soft, almost too patient.
Anya? Sweetheart, come out. Dinner's ready.
I didn't answer. I just opened the door and let her walk me down to the dining room. My usual seat had Olivia in it. My father and Cole were both putting food on her plates. I turned to my mother.
Should I eat on the floor?
Every head snapped up. My mother's grip on my hand tightened.
Of course not. My fault. I forgot to have them bring you a chair. Anna, please get Anya a chair.
Olivia stood up, her wide, innocent eyes filling instantly.
Sister, I'm sorry. I didn't know this was your seat. Here, take it.
Cole jumped up and pushed her back into the chair, shooting me a hard look.
Aina, it doesn't matter where you sit. Olivia just got here. Don't scare her.
My parents said nothing. They were watching me. So this was tacit approval. I took the chair from the housekeeper and dragged it to the far end of the table, away from all of them. Cole's hand stalled midair over Olivia's plate, and he opened his mouth a few times, closed it. We finished dinner in that strange, frozen quiet. As I stood up to head back upstairs, my father called after me. He cleared his throat, tried to smile.
Anya, Olivia just lost her parents. We're her family now. We should take care of her.
My mother chimed in.
Yeah, Mom knows. You probably aren't used to having a sister yet. But look at her. She's so sweet. Try to spend time with her. You'll grow close.
My voice came out flat.
And?
My mother froze. Maybe I'd never spoken to her in that tone before. My father took a sip of his coffee and forced a smile.
Anya, sweetheart, Olivia just transferred to her new school. She's not doing well. So how about you and Cole both drop back a grade so you can be in the same class as your sister?
To sell it, he added quickly.
Cole already said yes. We're just waiting on you.
I looked at Cole. He was staring at the floor. Couldn't meet my eyes. Here we go. Last time around, it was the same. They made me and Cole, who were already in 7th grade, drop back to 6th with Olivia. A year later, my childhood sweetheart Felix, by then thick as thieves with Olivia, transferred into our class on the excuse that he wanted to look after me. After that, the three of them put on their little theater every day. Made up stories about how I was bullying Olivia, got the whole class to freeze me out. Brilliant. But I wasn't going to play with elementary schoolers this time, a waste of a life. I tilted my head.
She needs 2 servants just to get through school?
My father slammed his fork down.
Anya, what did you just say?
I said, since Cole's already volunteered to be her servant, you don't need to drag me into it.
My mother grabbed my arm, eyes wide.
Anya, what are you saying? What servant? Your dad just wants you all to spend time together. Get close. I have no obligation to get close to her. Whoever wants to wait on her, can wait on her.
I stared at Cole. He'd been frozen like a deer in headlights this whole time.
It's settled. The two of you go to elementary school. I'll stay in 7th grade. We leave each other alone.
I turned and went upstairs. Left the 4 of them downstairs, consoling Olivia, who couldn't stop crying. Around 9 that night, Cole knocked on my door.
Anya, are you asleep?
What?
Could you open the door?
No.
The hall went quiet. Just as I thought he'd left, his voice came through again.
Anya, you're upset, aren't you?
No.
You are. Anya, is it because I only paid attention to our new sister today and ignored you?
I exhaled.
Really? No. Cole, you can get close to whoever you want. I don't care.
The hall went quiet again. After a long pause, his voice came back. There was something tired in it.
Anya, Olivia, she's really pitiful. She's got such a soft heart. I'm scared she'll get pushed around. Anya, let me stay with her for a year. Once she settles in, I'll transfer back to your school, okay?
Right. The school is funded by your family. You can do whatever you want.
Slid my noise-canceling earplugs in, got into bed. The next morning, I walked into the living room with my suitcase and my backpack. Everyone froze. I looked up and saw Felix sitting next to Olivia, my future fiancé, the man who would one day betray me for Olivia. At 12, he was already a head taller than Cole. The moment he saw me, he jumped up, his soft hazel eyes crinkling, voice all bright.
Anya, I'm here to walk you to school.
I looked down, saw Olivia's hand still wrapped around his arm.
You don't need to walk me anywhere. Ever. If you want to walk someone else, go ahead.
Why?
I gestured at the suitcase behind me. Felix wasn't the only one looking lost. So were my parents. So was Cole.
Anna? What's that?
Cole's eyes were red-rimmed.
Clothes. And some things I need.
And my jewelry. I won't give them up this time.
Forgot to mention, starting today, I'm leaving here.
What? What?
All of them at once.
My father came over, cold-faced, and crouched down to look at me.
Anya, why? Is home not good enough? Where do you even want to go?
Boarding school.
I said it flat. His hand on my hair was shaking a little. He glanced back at Olivia, hesitant.
Is it because of Olivia?
Before I could react, Olivia bit her lip and let out a soft, choked sob.
What are you saying? Of course not. Anya, you tell us yourself. Why are you boarding at school? It can't be because of your sister. You love her, don't you?
Every face in the room was waiting, hopeful. They wanted me to say yes. I love her. I want to board because I'm being a brat. But I make it my job to disappoint people.
No, I don't love her. I hate her. And it's not just her. I hate every single one of you.
Their faces went bone white. Only Felix didn't really react. He looked like he thought I was throwing a jealous fit. His face was full of patience and wry indulgence. When I dragged my suitcase past him, he even reached out to help me carry it. I dodged. He didn't get angry, just kept trailing me. My parents tried to come after me, but Olivia's sobbing cut them off.
Mom, Dad, send me to an orphan. I don't deserve to be here.
Of course, more cooing, more comfort. The only odd thing was that Cole, for the first time, didn't say a word. Felix was still on my heels and climbed straight into my car.
Get in your own car.
No, I'm not going. I'm coming with you.
My fingertips twitched. Last life around, the same. When everyone else turned on me, the only one who didn't take Olivia's side was Felix. He'd stand behind me when she set me up. He'd snap back at Cole when Cole yelled at me. When my parents got more and more disappointed in me, he'd hold me and say softly,
Anya, don't be scared. You've got me. I'll always just love you.
I'd clung to him like a drowning person clings to a piece of wood until our 14th birthday. Olivia collapsed out of nowhere. Felix, faster than anyone, shoved me out of the way and caught her. A fake medium he'd personally brought immediately took the chance and announced my name was bad luck and it was crushing Olivia's fortune. What a flimsy excuse. I still remember the shock and embarrassment on every guest's face that night. Every adult in the room could see it for what it was, a staged public humiliation. But my parents took me to get my name legally changed without a single argument. From that day forward, the name I'd had for 14 years, Anya, became a banned word in our house. They called me Mia. Mia, a name picked to protect Olivia. I hated it. I hated it until the day I died. I didn't answer Felix if he'd be transferring to Olivia's class in a few weeks anyway. I took my paperwork and my boarding fee straight to the dorm supervisor. When Felix saw me actually hand the money over, the casual look fell off his face. He finally got it. I wasn't joking around.
Anya?
Confusion was thick in his eyes.
Why do you hate me too? What did I do wrong?
His fingers caught at my sleeve carefully, and I slapped his hand off hard, disgust all over my face. Wiped at my sleeve with a tissue, his voice caught in his throat.
Anya,
I walked off down the hallway to the head's office. Before first period started, I requested a transfer to a new class. When I came around the corner with an armful of books, I saw Felix again, eyes red. He looked at the books in my arms and his face crumpled.
Anya, don't transfer, please.
In that exact moment, a basketball came flying out of room 7B and clocked him square in the head. I dodged with the books and slipped into the classroom. Felix went down in the hallway, caused a stir. A boy in the classroom was still in his shooting follow-through. His uniform hung loose on him. His mouth was stretched into an exaggerated...
Whoa, sorry, didn't mean to hit anyone. You good, man?
I glanced at him, walked past with my books. I might have been imagining it, but his arm went stiff for a second. Then he leaned on a desk with one hand and pointed casually at the seat next to him. Voice all swagger.
Past that is the trash can. Maybe sit next to me?
I looked at him. He looked away fast.
The teacher said a new student was coming, told the class principal, me, to look out for her.
He rubbed his face, rubbed it so hard his ears went red. Class president of 7B, Jace, the certified troublemaker. The kids around me were either laughing at Felix on the floor or sneaking looks at us. I sighed. 7B's bad reputation was earned. I pressed my lips together.
Thanks. I prefer to sit alone.
I put my books down at the desk at the very back, against the wall. Jace looked annoyed at himself. His voice got urgent.
Hey, you! Don't sit there. Trade with me. I'm taller. I'll block your view of the board.
Before I could say no, Felix burst in, face streaked with dust, slammed his hands on my books.
Anya, come back with me.
Let go.
No. Bro, are you done with the drama?
Jace looked at him like he was something stuck to his shoe.
She wants to be in our class. Who asked you?
Someone from the
Jace.
doorway tossed Jace another ball. He balanced it on one finger, spinning, and gave Felix a look that was pure dare. Felix ground his teeth, looked down at me. I was already organizing my desk.
Get out. The bell rang.
Felix's hand clenched.
Anya.
I didn't answer. He gave up, shot Jace a venomous look, walked out. I exhaled.
Thanks.
Wait. You talking to me?
I nodded. He suddenly stood up straight as a board and chucked the basketball at the trash can behind me. I stared, didn't know what just happened. His face went redder.
Reflex. Don't mention it.
I caught myself smiling, and he went even stiffer. Jace ended up trading seats with me anyway. I told him over and over. It was winter, the trash got emptied often, there was no smell. But he was firm. He moved me up to the front.
You're obviously a neat freak. And a good student. No way I'm letting you sit back there.
Like he decided to be the world's most committed class president, he handled every detail of my class transfer. So when the teacher pulled us aside and asked if I could help bring his grades up, I hesitated, then nodded. School life was dry but full. To stay away from home, I signed up for every tutoring program I could find on weekends. Summer and winter breaks, I packed myself off to camps abroad. Schoolwork aside, I was starting to look outward, see the world. At first my parents came to school every few days. Then since I always looked at them blankly, they stopped. Container and run back to elementary school. Felix came less and less. He stopped pushing me to engage with him. He just spent every break standing by the window, glancing over at me like he wasn't. I pretended I couldn't see. The days went by. The day before my 14th birthday, my parents showed up at the school. Unusually, Cole was with them. When they saw me, both of them did a little double take. My mother's hands shook a bit as she grabbed my arm.
You've gotten taller again. Sweetheart, it's been so long since you came home.
Her eyes went pink. And set off my father's too. There was a catch in his voice.
Yeah, Anya. Your birthday is tomorrow. We've got everything set up. Come home, okay?
Like he was scared I'd refuse, Cole added quickly.
You can invite your friends. Classmates, you didn't come home last year. We waited up the whole night.
Right. On my birthday last year, Jace had found out somehow. He dragged the whole goofy crew from class and announced we were going horseback riding.
Anya, can you, open up a little?
I looked at him, lost. He pulled at the corners of his own mouth with 2 fingers.
It's your birthday. Quit being all uptight. Smile!
He was sitting up on a tall chestnut horse,
Happy birthday.
son behind him, head tilted to look at me.
Thanks.
I sat up on the horse, wind in my ears, felt something inside me that had been locked tight. Easy. It wasn't until the next day that I saw all the missed calls from my family. And the pile of birthday gifts Cole had brought to the front of my classroom, I was surprised. Last time, my 12th birthday, was the last time I got a gift.
Anya, come home tomorrow.
Cole kept going, but when I turned, I saw Olivia holding onto Felix's arm. That memorable naming ceremony night, the nausea was still in me. I frowned without meaning to. Felix yanked his arm out of her hand fast.
I've been looking for you. Olivia said you were here. She brought me.
You don't have to explain.
I cut him off.
I'm busy tomorrow. I'm not coming home.
Anya.
I turned and went back into the classroom. Behind me, my mother had started crying. As I turned the corner, I heard a heavy sigh.
Honey, did we do this wrong?
But I don't care about them anymore. Right now I had a butter knife in my hand and I was carefully cutting into a cake that said "Happy Birthday, Anya." The class turned off the lights. In the warm wash of candlelight, everyone sang,
Anya, make a wish.
I closed my eyes for a second, wished with my whole soul. Please, whoever's listening, keep me far away from those people this lifetime. When I opened my eyes, Jace was standing in front of me with a small wrapped box.
Anya, happy birthday. Open it.
I smiled and opened it. Froze. A hair clip studded with crystals.
What? You don't like it? Should have asked you first.
He scratched at his head, frustrated.
The other day I saw you staring at a hair clip on the sidewalk. That one was cheap. So I found a better one.
I love it. Thank you.
He froze. I picked up the clip and put it in my hair.
Thank you.
His eyes had that soft littering thing happening.
No problem. As long as you like it. It's really pretty.
It was very pretty. A piece by the international designer Victor from his Starlight collection. When I was 17, I'd seen it at an auction and fallen in love with it. I thought my mother would love it too. I'd brought 5 years of saved up money. Started bidding. But that day, no matter what I bid, Olivia bid $1 higher. In the end, my mother stepped in and bought the piece for $30 million and $1. Absurd price. And she put it in Olivia's hair. They said,
You have everything. Why fight a little girl over this?
Olivia wore it in front of me every single day, showing off.
Mia, it's the gift from Mom, but I can give it to you if you beg me.
That hair clip became one of my obsessions, and here it was in my palm, 3 years earlier than it should have been. My eyes filled before I knew it.
Thank you. All of you. Really.
It was strange. The heart I'd thought was dead started slowly to beat again. After that day, my family started bothering me less. Even Cole and Felix, the daily fixtures, disappeared for a long stretch. It took the class gossip queen to fill me in.
Olivia got crazy.
She couldn't bear my parents or Cole, leaving her side for a second.
I heard your mom mention sending her to a school abroad and she snapped. Like, totally. Word is, she's even tried to hurt herself. She wanted to recover at home, but she won't let Cole come to school either. Whole family has to camp at home with her. Felix too, she won't let go of him. His family's having a huge fight with yours about it.
I gripped my pen tighter. This was exactly what I'd done in my last life. The more they ignored you, the harder you reached for attention. Tantrums, screaming, all of it, like a lunatic, except she was luckier than I'd been. Her family was patient with her, and I was relieved. Not that any of it was my problem. With no one bothering me, I dragged the whole class into intense study mode. If someone slacked, Jace intimidated them. 6 months later, we all got into the best high school in the city. I didn't go home once that summer. I went up Mount Kazbek with Jace's family. Turns out his parents were professional climbers. They'd originally planned to summit Mont Blanc. But you had to be 16 to climb Mont Blanc. Jace and I were both too young.
Anya, hot tea.
Jace's mother had a soft spot for me from day one. The gorgeous woman with sharp eyes would pull me into a hug and refuse to let go.
Anya, you're so cute, so pretty. I'm in love, be my daughter.
Did it finally.
Honestly, why is my kid a son? Doesn't make sense.
Mom, please, be reasonable. Why is your kid a son? Because you don't have a daughter.
His father's laugh thundered. The whole summit echoed with it. I caught my breath and looked out at the white world below. Jace shook out a blanket and wrapped it around my shoulders. I turned and saw his parents huddled together, grinning at us like idiots. But the moment we looked back, they snapped their heads away.
Beautiful mountain.
Beautiful snow. Beautiful young time.
Jace's face was red, and I couldn't help it. The corner of my mouth turned up. I didn't enroll in the private high school my family owned shares in. Cole lost it, and he left Olivia, who was getting sicker by the day, and skipped a grade so he could be a high school freshman with me. Felix fought his own family. His mother locked him in his room, and that ridiculous engagement I'd already brushed off as a joke before summer break.
Mrs. Adler, please. Keep an eye on your son. Don't let him keep chasing me.
I told his mother without mercy. I told the school in advance to turn away outside visitors. So in 3 years, I saw them maybe 4 or 5 times total. The day after the SAT, my parents, who I hadn't seen in forever, ambushed me at the school gate. I didn't get out fast enough. I don't know how, but the two of them looked like they'd aged 10 years. My mother walked toward me with this pleading smile. I stepped back without thinking. She froze, then covered her mouth and crumpled into my father's chest, sobbing. He started crying too.
Anya, Mom missed you so much. Let me hug you, please.
I frowned without meaning to.
Who do you miss? Who do you want to hug? Me? You already have a son and a daughter. Smart son who adores his sister. Sweet, well-behaved daughter who respects her parents. Why would you miss me?
My mother's sobs stopped cold. She looked up at me, panic on her face. She started shaking.
No, that's not real. That was a dream. That wasn't real.
She kept shaking her head, mumbling to herself. My father grabbed her, alarmed.
Anya, what did you do to your mother?
I'm a full meter away from her. I haven't laid a finger on her, Mr. Linster.
What did you just call me? Mr. Linster? Anya, are you losing your mind? Your mother and I came all the way here for you, and this is how
I thought my attitude was fine. Way better than how they'd treated me in my last life. I shrugged, stepped back.
See you.
Stop right there!
He reached for my arm. I dodged.
What, you want to hit me, Mr. Lynchweski?
I think we've spoiled you rotten. You need a lesson.
His hand came up. My mother let out a scream that tore out of her chest.
No! Don't hit her!
She grabbed his arm, sobbing so hard her legs gave out and ended up on the ground.
That's why she hates me so much.
She covered her face with her hands and laughed and cried into the pavement. I turned to leave, and behind me, Jace's mother yelled joyfully,
Sweetheart, over here!
She and Jace's father were each holding a bouquet, waving at me hard. Jace also stood beside them. I went up on my toes and yelled back,
Auntie!
I ran to her. She tossed her flowers at Jace and grabbed me and spun me in a full circle.
Feels better now that it's over, right? Take a few days. Then we Mont Blanc, here we come.
Yes.
Jace took my bag. His dad pressed an ice cream into my hand. The 4 of us walked off together laughing, and behind us 2 figures stood frozen, getting smaller and smaller in the distance. The day we flew to France, Jace's dad was driving, his mom was in the passenger seat humming, and both of them lit up. Jace and I, on the other hand, hit the back seats and were out cold. I figured we'd sleep all the way to the airport, and then his dad slammed on the brakes and our heads cracked into the seat back. When I opened my eyes, a dark figure had launched in front of the car. If his dad's brakes hadn't been fast, the guy would have gone flying.
Insurance scam?
We piled out, but the man on his knees in front of the car was Cole. I hadn't seen him in a year. The sight of him was a shock. He was so thin, painfully thin. Middle of summer, and he was bundled head to toe in heavy clothing, and his exposed face was covered in marks. It's like claw marks, fingernails, old ones layered with new. A handsome face, basically ruined. I jumped. Jace and his dad immediately stepped in front of me and his mom.
You sick, man? You want to play in traffic?
Jace went full volume, and I gave him a quiet thumbs up. He winked. Cole snapped like a stray dog gone feral. He slammed past Jace and threw himself at me, and his whole body was shaking, his red raw eyes pouring tears.
Please forgive us. Come home and see Mom. She's dying. I'm begging you.
He was strong out of his mind. Both Jace's parents together couldn't pull him off me. Jace lost it. He grabbed a tire iron out of the trunk and went to swing it at Cole's head.
Jake, don't!
I yanked Cole down with
Jace,
me toward the curb.
Drop it.
Honey. His mother and I shouted at the same time, and it finally pulled him back. The tire iron fell, cracked the pavement. Was he insane? You go to prison for killing someone? I looked at Jace, heart still hammering. He was more shaken than I was, jaw locked, veins standing out in his neck. Something flickered. I felt like I'd seen this exact moment before, and I shook my head. Sweat ran down off my hairline, and I gave in, looked at Cole.
I'll go with you. Let go. You're hurting me.
Jace and his parents worried about me, so they drove me and Cole home. Cole was not okay. He huddled against the car window, shaking, mumbling garbled stuff. He turned to Jace.
I've seen you before. It was you! It was you!
I looked at Jace. His face was cold, blank. He also didn't look like himself. My heart skipped. I grabbed his arm.
Jace?
A grin appeared on his mouth.
Your humble servant, at your command, my lady.
Okay.
Not body snatched. That weird. Definitely him. But Cole was looking at us with more horror now. He shrank further into the window. Already thin next to Jace's broader build, he looked like a ghost. I felt uneasy, so I took Jace's hand, and before I could say anything, his face flushed all the way to his ears. Idiot. Back at the Lindquist house, I didn't know where to look first. The front door, painted over with vicious letters in red, "Die slow." Whole family burn. Hypocrites. I stepped around the paint, pushed the half-open door. The living room came into view. Tables, smashed, chairs, broken, couch, scorched. The spiral staircase had bloody clothes scattered all the way up. I covered my mouth, came close to throwing up. Jace's mom was furious and scared at the same time. She wanted to take me right back out, but Jace for once stopped her.
Mom, this needs an ending. This is Anya's call. Let her decide.
I made a fist, looked at Cole, who'd been silent since we walked in.
You dragged me here and now you've gone mute? Where are your parents? Where's your sister?
His body swayed, his chapped lips trembled.
Dad's in the ER. Mom's in her room. Olivia's is in a psych ward.
My chest tightened.
You lied to me. You said everyone was home. You said Mom was just sick.
It's not just my mom. She's our mom, Anaya.
She's not.
I was breathing wrong.
You brought me here for what?
I tensed, shifted my weight, blocked Auntie behind me.
No. I'm not here to hurt you. I swear. Mom is really dying.
He didn't finish before my mother came stumbling out of her bedroom in a giant nightgown, hair everywhere, face hollowed out. The second she saw me, she nearly tumbled down the stairs.
Anya, my Anya, sweetheart, are you hurt? Are you hurt? Anya, my baby girl, I'm so sorry.
It's all my fault, my sweet girl. I shouldn't have let those people take you away. Were you scared? My Anya?
2 tears fell from her eyes onto the back of her hand. Both of us froze. She knew she had the memory of last life. She was crying for the version of herself who watched her daughter get dragged into a psych ward sobbing until she vomited blood. Crying for the version of herself who let her daughter cling to a car door, begging to be hugged one more time, and turned away.
Mia, stop with this insanity. Without you, I still have my son and daughter. My son is sweet and smart and adores his sister. My daughter is gentle and respectful. I can't imagine how I ended up with a neurotic mess like you. You're an embarrassment to this family.
An embarrassment to this family. That was the last thing my mother had said to me in my last life. I'd realized a while back. She was starting to get her memories back too. The headmaster had asked me once, confused, if I had a nickname. Mia.
Your mom texts me a lot, asked me to look after you. It was always normal. But the past 2 weeks, she keeps getting your name wrong.
She'd thought it was a dream, or she'd lied to herself that it was a dream. But then she heard me. She realized it had all really happened, and she broke.
Cole, send your mother to a psych ward. She's a better fit for the place than Olivia ever was.
Cole, who had only been weeping, raised his head, looked at our increasingly unhinged mother, and dropped to his knees. While we waited for the doctor, I finally pieced together from Cole's broken account what had happened. 3 years ago, Olivia had overheard our mother say she regretted adopting her. That broke something in her. The soft sweetness vanished. She turned obsessive, vicious. Vicious to everyone, worse to herself. She started cutting herself. Middle of the night, she'd take a knife into our parents' bedroom, slice open her arm, bleed. Cutting and crying, telling them how her father had begged ours to take her in, saying she loved them, saying she couldn't be abandoned. The whole family was terrified. No one dared say the words, "send her away" again. They watched her even more carefully. Used to be out of love, now it was fear, but she still felt unsafe. She started demanding everyone be with her day and night. If anyone left, she screamed and clawed at whatever was in reach. Cole and Felix dropped out of school because she'd clawed up their faces. And that's why Felix's family had gone to war with mine a month before. My mother was already not right in the head. She would sit alone in a room and call out softly, "My girl, my girl." Olivia, thinking her adoptive mother had finally come around, ran in to throw her arms around her. My mother shoved her hard onto the floor. The softness was gone. The way she looked at Olivia was pure revulsion. Olivia finally understood. She wasn't the girl being called. Her adoptive mother was calling someone else. Someone invisible. Her real daughter. Olivia couldn't take the humiliation. She started torturing all of them harder. When she overheard my parents talking about cutting her loose the day she turned 18, she got out the paint and ruined the whole front of the house.
I'll expose you. You abused a dead man's daughter. May you all rot.
The night before college application deadlines, she demanded that Cole stay up and take her to a bar. When Cole flatly said he didn't want to, she sliced her wrist. Cole panicked, bandaged her, and went. She drugged his drink. By the time Cole came to, it was late the next afternoon.
Cole, I matter more than the college, right? I'm the most important, right?
Cole shut himself in his room and refused to come out. What was harder to believe was that she'd used my name to lure Felix out too. Cole said Felix's drink wasn't drugged. At least, before he passed out, Felix had been completely alert. Somehow, Felix didn't make it to the application either. Felix's father showed up at our house with men. The men he brought stabbed my father and dragged Olivia to a psych ward. My mother was still wildly unstable, especially after the doctors arrived. She wrapped both arms around me and wouldn't let go, screaming,
"Don't take my daughter! Don't take me away!"
I pried her hands off me.
First, I'm not your daughter. Second, my name isn't Mia. And I hate that name about as much as I hate you. You and your husband weren't raising kids, you were running a fight ring. Last one alive gets to call you mom? And honestly, I'm baffled. Every kid you adopt, every kid you raise ends up a wreck. If you can't love your kids equally, why have them at all?
She finally went silent, eyes huge, tears nonstop. In the end, like the last bit of air had been pushed out of her, she collapsed to her knees and let the doctors and nurses load her into the car. Past the bushes by the door, I could feel something burning into me. A stare. I turned, just caught a limping figure walking away. The second I recognized that walk,
Anya?
Jace was calling me, and I turned back. He was tilting or doubling. His outline split into 2, 3. No, not him, and it was me.
Anya.
My head was so heavy, and I'd walked into fog like a stray ghost, drifting, searching, with nowhere to go.
Anna. Someone calling me?
But my name was Mia now. I'd had it changed.
Anya. Don't scare me. Anya.
Who was calling him? Sounded like a boy. Voice cracked with panic. It made me want to cry. I wanted to tell him.
Don't cry. I'm not worth it.
You are. You deserve to be loved. Anya. Is your real name Anya? It's beautiful. So much better than Mia. Anya. From now on, I'll only call you Anya. Don't be scared. If that psycho comes back, I'll throw him out. He tries to choke you again, touch you, I'll kill him myself. Hey, Anya, don't cry. They just shocked me a couple times. I'm tough. I can take it. Doesn't hurt. Anya, what's wrong? Why are you coughing blood? You're scaring me. What? Where did these bruises come from? Your brother kicked you. Is he even human? Anna, no. Don't close your eyes, please.
The blurry voices in the fog and one clear, sobbing voice overlapped.
Oh, I know now. I see you. My Jace.
The boy who'd shared that psych ward with me once in Last Life. The boy who at 18 watched both his parents die saving someone. The boy whose mind broke. The boy who, when Felix had a hand around my throat and his mouth on mine, broke out of his restraints and put a fist through Felix's temple. The boy who, again and again, sat through electroshock for me after I stopped breathing. He broke out of that godforsaken psych ward, set the Lindquist house on fire, watched them scream and run and shove each other in the flames, fall one by one, then took a piece of broken glass and dragged it across his own throat. We met again, in the fog. He took my hand and led me forward step by step.
Anya, why didn't I find you sooner? I love you. I love you. I love you so much. You deserve everything. Anya, if we get to do it over, stay far from what hurts you. Love yourself, more than anyone, promise me. Yes, I want to make the trade. Trade my whole soul. For the love and feeling that girl pawned to you. She doesn't get to lose her ability to love. She has to love herself. She has to grow a heart that loves herself. Please, give it back.
The sweet man looked up at the stubborn boy in front of him. His eyes held something almost like pity.
All right. In fact, I'll make you a wager. How about it? I bet this girl, even this lifetime, doesn't learn to love herself. I'll take every memory of you out of her. And you, I'll send back with these memories. You'll watch her, day after day, walk the same path. Unable to speak, unable to change anything.
He held out a hand, a contract.
You're wrong. She will learn to love herself. I'm sure of it.
The boy didn't hesitate, gave him his heart. A flash of white light. I opened my eyes. A hospital ceiling, and then by the bed, Jace. Slumped forward, gripping my hand like I might disappear.
You're awake.
My movement had woken him. I looked at him, at the dark circles under his eyes, at the worry he was trying to hide. The tears came before I could stop them.
I know it was you.
Before he could react, I threw myself into his arms. 2 months later, I was discharged. The doctor said it was a short blackout caused by emotional overload. Jace and I got into the same university, just like we'd planned. In our free time, Jace put a lot of work into educating amateur climbers about the dangers of snow mountains and basic survival skills. The mountain rescue team we self-funded was now up and running, and his parents, still the same firecrackers they'd always been. I'd thought about asking them to stop climbing. Jace and I both worried they'd lose their lives saving someone again. Every time I tried, the light in their eyes shut me up.
People need to love things. For forcing them to give it up is its own kind of cruelty.
Luckily, the fall we turned 18. They saved the climber, clinging to a cliff edge. This time, with a professional rescue team backing them up, nobody got hurt. I saw the headline pop on my phone and grabbed Jace and made him do 3 laps around the field with me. He finally dropped the casual front, knelt on the rubber track and cried and laughed for half an hour. I looked down, scrolled. A few headlines also popped out. Adler family declares bankruptcy. Patriarch sentenced for hiring a hit. Murder for hire case takes a turn. Olivia Olivia Lindquist confesses she drugged Felix Adler and handed him to men known to prey on young men. Love and revenge entangled. Felix Adler strangles Olivia Lindquist in a psychiatric facility. Death penalty likely. Former child prodigy Cole Lindquist found dead at home. Suicide suspected.
Hey, why aren't you comforting me? What are you reading?
I gave up, took his hand.
Comforting you?
Not enough.
What do you want?
He leaned in.
You?
Shameless.
The year we graduated college, Jace and I finally stood on top of Mont Blanc. Snow that never melts. White everywhere, below us. But this time, none of the heaviness from my first climb. I was still just a little worried. I put my hand on his chest again.
You really feel fine? Not even a little off?
He laughed.
Not even a little. Not at all. My Anya is amazing. Loves herself, works hard. Won me my bet so completely.
I let out a long breath.
Although, don't you think? My heart's beating really fast.
You. Pervert. Give me back my sweet, innocent boy.
He grinned at me, those two little canine teeth showing. Then his grin faded. He looked at me for a long moment.
Anya.
He let go of my hand, took a step back, and dropped to one knee in the snow. I froze, and he fumbled inside his climbing jacket, pulled out a small velvet box. His hands were shaking, not from the cold.
I had a whole speech planned. Forgot all of it. You can't imagine how happy I'm the day watched you walked into room 7B with a stack of books. In every life. The one you remember. The one you don't. They told me you'd never learn to love yourself. They said I'd lose. They said I'd watch you walk the same road and never be able to stop you. But you did it. You loved yourself first.
He finally looked up. His eyes were wet.
Will you let me love you for the rest of this one?
I knelt in front of him in the snow, took his face in both my hands.
You stupid idiot!
That's not a yes.
It's a yes.
I kissed him. When we pulled apart, he slid the ring onto my finger with hands still shaking. I looked down at it, at the small stone, catching the sun.
Tell him he lost.
Jace went still. Then he started laughing, really laughing, loud and bright, echoing off the snow. 3 months after Mont Blanc. The ring sat on my finger, simple, perfect, real. Jace's mother was in our living room with 3 binders, 2 laptops, and a phone she kept losing.
Anya, sweetheart, outdoor or indoor, pick one, I beg you. Outdoor.
She kissed my forehead.
Thank you. He'd argue with me for an hour about chairs.
I would not.
You would. You did. Last week. About napkins. Old classmates. Your tutor. The lady from the bakery you like. Your roommate from college. They will come for you.
That night, in bed, Jace pulled me against his chest.
You okay?
Yes.
Liar.
Tomorrow's the fitting.
I know.
I'll be fine.
I know.
He kissed the top of my head.
You don't have to be fine, Anya.
The next morning, Jace's mother drove me to the bridal shop herself. The shop was bright and fancy. The seamstress brought out 3 dresses. I picked the one with the least fabric, less to think about. The dress fit. I looked in the mirror. A beautiful bride looked back at me, but suddenly something hit me. I sat down on the little velvet stool in the corner of the dressing room and put my hands over my face and started to cry. Jace's mother stepped inside. She knelt down in front of the stool and put both arms around me and held on. I cried into her shoulder until I ran out of tears, and then I cried a little more anyway. She wiped under my eyes with her thumb.
Better?
After a long time, my breathing evened out.
A little. Good.
She stood up.
The dress is gorgeous on you. We'll get it taken in 1/2 inch at the waist. Anya, you're allowed to have a small wedding. You're allowed to have a big one. And you're allowed to cry in a dressing room. But you're not allowed to apologize for it. Hear me?
I nodded. She kissed my forehead and walked out. I sat there in the dress for another minute, and then I stood up, faced the mirror, and looked at the woman in white. This time I smiled back at her.
Look at us. How lucky we are.
2 weeks before the wedding, and I was sorting old emails on a Sunday morning. Most of it was junk. A coupon from a hiking store, a reminder about my dentist, a receipt I'd lost, then one with no subject line. The sender was a recovery facility, and my finger hovered over delete. I opened it instead.
Miss Lindquist, my name is Dr. Halper. I am writing to you on behalf of a patient in our long-term care program. His name is Cole Lindquist. He has been with us for 3 years. He asked me only to pass on a message. He wanted you to know that even though he can't face you, he's sorry for everything that happened. And he heard you're getting married. He wanted to wish you both every happiness. Sincerely, Dr. M. Halper.
What's wrong?
I turned the laptop toward him, and he read. His jaw did the thing it did when he was angry. He kept reading. He read it again.
So, what do you think about it, sweetheart?
I thought he was dead.
In the other life.
Yes,
This one's different.
I know.
I looked at the screen.
He didn't ask to see me.
No.
He just wanted to apologize.
Yeah.
Jace,
Yeah.
I want to go.
Okay.
You don't think it's a bad idea?
I think it's your idea, that's all I need to know. And I'll drive you and wait in the parking lot.
Jace,
Non-negotiable. I won't come in. I won't text. But I have to be there when you walk out.
He reached up and took my hand. He kissed my knuckles right over the ring. I picked the laptop back up. I wrote 3 lines to Dr. Halpern. I would like to come. Friday, if possible. The facility was a low brick building outside the city. Pine trees, a pond. Jace turned off the engine.
I'll be here.
yes.
Take as long as you need.
I won't.
I got out, walked through the lobby, signed in. A woman in a soft cardigan led me down a hallway that smelled faintly of bleach. She stopped at a door marked Visitation Room 3.
He's already inside. There's glass between you. It's standard for long-term patients in his level of care. You can stand or sit. There's an intercom. Press the button to speak.
Thank you.
She opened the door for me and stepped back. I walked in. Cole was on the other side of the glass. I almost didn't
Yes.
I made a list of the things I got wrong. I thought I would say them to you if I ever got the chance, so...
Okay.
I shouldn't have let go of your hand on the stairs that day. I shouldn't have kicked you into the thorns. I shouldn't have called you cruel for being upset about a bracelet I forgot I'd given you. I shouldn't have gone along with the name change. I shouldn't have let them put you in that place.
He didn't ask me to say anything back. He just listed them. Each thing. Some of the things he said were things I had forgotten. Some of them I hadn't. When he got to the end of the list, he stopped. He looked up at me through the glass for the first time since I'd sat down.
That's all. I'm not asking you to forgive me. I wanted you to know that I know.
Thank you for telling me. But we're not going to see each other again.
He nodded once.
Okay.
I stood up. I picked up my bag. I had my hand on the handle when his voice came through the speaker, soft.
Anya.
I stopped. I didn't turn around.
Have a beautiful wedding.
Then I opened it and walked out. In the parking lot, Jace was leaning against the car. He saw me coming and pushed off the door but didn't move toward me. I walked the last 20 feet and stopped in front of him.
Hi.
Hi. Are you okay?
Yes.
Really?
Really.
He opened the car door for me. I got in with a smile. The call came on a Tuesday afternoon. I was at the Foundation's office reviewing the quarterly report when Jace walked in with his phone in his hand and a look on his face I hadn't seen before.
What?
Mercier Sport is pulling.
I set down the report.
All of it?
All of it. They issued a statement an hour ago.
On what grounds?
Mismanagement. Specific my call last week on the Pyrenees rescue.
The call where you brought everyone home alive?
That one, yes.
He sat down across from me and I picked up my own phone. The statement was already trending in the climbing community. I looked up.
They're going after your dad.
Yes.
Why?
He turned the phone toward me. A second article posted within the hour. An anonymous source claims that the 2007 rescue had been embellished. Claims that one of the climbers had nearly died because of a delayed call. Claims that Jace's father had lied to the press for 2 decades. I scrolled. The comments were already nasty.
I told my dad to ignore it. He won't.
He didn't move from the chair. I noticed his hands, resting on his knees, loose, calm, too calm.
I'll handle the board. We'll find another sponsor. It'll take a year, maybe 2. The rescue work doesn't stop.
Jace.
It's fine. It's a business problem.
Jace.
He looked at me. I didn't push. He stood up after a while and went to make calls, and I watched him through the glass wall of the conference room. He talked to 4 people in an hour, then he hung up. He drank water. He made another. I went to bed at midnight and I woke up at 3. The balcony light was still on. I walked to the doorway in my socks and stopped. He was standing at the railing, his back to me, a beer untouched on the little table next to him. The city was quiet at 3 in the morning. You could see the streetlights all the way down to he didn't know I was there. He stood there for another 10 minutes without moving. Then he put his hand over his face and bent forward just a little, and his shoulders moved once and then again. I had known this man since I was 13 years old. I had never seen him do that. He'd been the strong one for me for so long that I'd let myself believe he was just made that way. He needed that 10 minutes by himself. But when he finally turned around and saw me in the doorway, I walked across the balcony and wrapped both arms around his middle.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow what?
I handle it.
Aina.
Believe me.
The press conference did once and kissed me. The conference room was full at 1:50. Cameras on stands, reporters in chairs, a long table at the front with a microphone and a pitcher of water. I walked in at 2 on the dot. I sat down. I poured myself a glass of water. I drank half of it. And then I started. I went through the Pyrenees rescue in order: wind conditions, decision points, timestamps. The exact moment Jace had made each call. I played the recordings. I had every document, the original incident report, the medical records with the surviving climbers' signed permission, the radio logs. 40 minutes in, I brought up the climber from 2007. He was a quiet man in his 60s. He sat down next to me. He thanked Jace's father by name. He explained what had actually happened in that storm. He cried a little at the end of it. I closed the conference at 4. I walked out the side door, got in the car where Jace was waiting, and sat down. He had been watching the live stream on his phone. I could see it still open on his lap.
Anya, all my life I have been the one who stepped in front.
I know.
And just now you stepped in front of me. Anya, in this life, it's been you protecting me.
It's both of us. We protect each other.
By the next morning, their CEO had requested a meeting. By that afternoon, he was standing in the foundation's lobby holding a bouquet of flowers and a written apology. Jace took the meeting alone. I don't know what he said in that room. When he came out, the CEO was paler than when he'd gone in. He kept the apology. He told me later in bed that night that he'd accepted the apology because they would print it. He told me he had not accepted the funding.
We don't need them.
He kissed the top of my head and finally went to a good sleep. The hospital called on a Thursday morning 6 days before the wedding. A nurse, professional, careful with her words.
Miss Linderstreen, I'm calling about your mother.
Yes?
She has taken a turn. The doctor doesn't think she has long.
Days?
Possibly. We thought you should know.
Thank you.
I hung up. I sat at the kitchen counter with my hand still on the phone. Jace was at the foundation that morning. The apartment was quiet. I made a fresh pot of coffee. I poured a cup. I carried it to the window seat in the living room and sat down with my feet tucked up and watched the city wake up. I didn't call Jace. I just sat there and I wasn't deciding whether to go, not whether to forgive her. Forgiveness wasn't on the table. It hadn't been on the table since I was 12. The question was simpler than that. How did I want this to end? By next morning, I knew. I drove myself. I didn't tell Jace until I was already in the car. He didn't stop me. He just said,
"Call me when you're out."
The hospital was the kind with long, quiet corridors and the smell of clean sheets and lemon disinfectant. A nurse showed me to the room. I took her hand. I didn't say anything. I held her hand for 3 minutes by the clock on the wall. I felt her pulse. I felt the bones in her fingers. I didn't tell her she was forgiven. I didn't tell her she wasn't. I didn't tell her I had a wedding next week. I didn't tell her about Jace. I didn't tell her.
Okay.
But I took it out of my chest, the whole thing. I just carried it out of the room and left it there. He was quiet on the other end of the line. Then he said very gently,
Come home, Anya.
She died 3 days later. I did not go to the funeral. I didn't tell anyone except Jace. He didn't ask why. He knew. The night before the wedding, the rehearsal was over, the dinner was over. The last of the foundation crew had hugged me and stumbled out laughing toward their hotel. Jace was going to stay with his friends for the last single night. He'd kissed me at the door of the cottage and stood there with his forehead against mine for one long beat.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow.
He'd left. I was in the cottage by myself, just me in the dress hanging on the closet door, white and patient. There was a knock. I opened it. Jace's mother stood on the porch holding a wooden box. The box was old. The wood was dark and worn smooth at the corners. There was no handle. She held it with both hands.
Hi, honey. Can I come in? Of course.
She stepped inside. She set the box on the little table by the window. She didn't sit down.
I wasn't going to give this to you tonight. I was going to give it to you tomorrow before the ceremony, but I think tonight is better. Okay? I want you to open it after I leave. Okay.
She looked at me, and her eyes were bright, but she wasn't crying. Anya. She didn't say whatever it was she'd been about to say. She came across the room and hugged me hard once and kissed me on the side of my head and walked back to the door.
Sleep early, baby. I will.
The door clicked shut. I stood in the middle of the room. I went to the table. I opened the box. Inside, the things were not arranged. They were just placed. A pencil sketch. In the corner of the sketch in pencil was a date 2 months before my birthday that year. She had sketched it. Under the sketch was a paper train ticket. The date and the destination still legible. Our first climb together. That summer. Under the ticket was a photograph. Me. In a graduation gown from college. I had never seen this photo before. I had not known anyone took it. She had been in the audience that day. So had Jace's father. So had Jace. They had all been there. But I had not been looking, and no one had told me they'd taken pictures. There were 3 of them, from 3 different angles. Under the photographs was an envelope. My name on the front, in her handwriting, just my name. Anya. I sat down on the floor by the table, and I opened the envelope. A single sentence. Thank you for letting us be your family. That was all. I sat on the floor for a long time with the letter in my hands. I read the sentence 3 times, and then I folded the paper, I put it back in the envelope, I put the envelope back in the box, I closed the lid, I stood up, I walked to the mirror over the dresser. The woman in the mirror was barefoot, in pajamas, with her hair down, but she looked young. She looked like a person about to do something big. I looked at her.
You're getting married tomorrow?
The woman in the mirror smiled. It wasn't a small smile, it was an enormous smile, the kind that goes all the way up into the eyes. The morning was clear and cold. We held it at the foot of a mountain, the one with the long ridge and the meadow that flooded with wildflowers in early summer. The setup was simple. White folding chairs in 2 short rows. An arch made of pine and trailing greens. A path of pressed grass between the chairs. The guests were small in number. A few old classmates, some of the foundation crew, my old high school homeroom teacher, 2 of Jace's parents' oldest climbing partners. That was the way I'd wanted it. That was the way Jace had wanted it. I walked the path alone. Jace's mother had offered. So had his father. I had thanked them both and asked to walk by myself. They had understood. I held a small bouquet, wildflowers, white and pale yellow. The afternoon light was gold on the meadow. Jace was at the arch. He was wearing a navy suit, no tie, his hair was a little too long. He looked exactly like the 17-year-old who'd handed me a wrapped box at my 14th birthday and scratched his head and said, "I hope you like it." He looked at me the whole way down the path. He didn't try to look composed. His mouth was open a little. His eyes were wet. I walked toward him slowly. I didn't want to hurry it. I wanted to remember every second. When I got to the arch, he reached for my hand. He couldn't help it. He just reached. The officiant smiled and let him. When it came time for the vows, Jace went first. He cleared his throat. He looked at me. He didn't read off a paper. He'd memorized it. I could tell because of the way his hand kept moving, like it wanted to hold something.
Aina.
Yes.
I have been waiting for Tay since I was 12 years old, since a basketball that bounced off the head and you walked past me in the doorway with your arms full of books.
A small laugh from the crowd. He didn't break eye contact.
I have been waiting for today across more lifetimes than you know about.
He took a breath.
And through every one of them, the answer has been the same. It's you. It's only you. It will always be you.
Thank you, Jace. Thank you for loving me when I didn't yet know how to love myself.
He pressed his lips together hard. After the officiant said the words, he slid the ring onto my finger. In that exact moment, the light shifted. The sun was tipping behind the ridge. The peak of the mountain caught it. A long flash of gold spilled down the rock face, soft and warm, the color of an old lamp burning in a quiet shop. I felt it on the side of my face, and I froze for half a second. I had seen that color before, a pawn shop, a counter, a man with pale gray eyes holding a contract. I knew the moment I felt the warmth on my cheek what it was. It was the sun. It was only the sun. But I let myself believe, just for that second, that someone, somewhere, was watching. That a wager that had been placed on me a long time ago had finally been won. That a man behind a counter had stopped polishing an empty jar and looked up. I looked at Jace. I smiled. I looked down at the ring on my finger. I let it be a goodbye. When I looked up again, the light had moved on. It was just a sunset, just a meadow, just my husband. He was watching my face.
You okay?
Yes, me.
He kissed me. Behind us, the guests stood up and clapped, and somebody whooped, and Jace's mother was crying into Jace's father's shoulder, and the whole meadow was full of clapping and laughing, and somebody yelled,
"Kiss her again!"
He kissed me again. I held his face with both hands, and I kissed him back. The mountain stood behind us, old and steady, and the sun finished going down. 10 years passed. It went the way good years go, which is fast. The foundation grew into something we hadn't dared imagine when we started it. International, respected. Quietly the standard in our field for how rescues were taught and run. We trained kids who would have died in mountains once, and who now came back down and trained the next ones. Jace's parents climbed for another 7 years before they retired. They didn't retire so much as they slowed down. They wrote a book about it. The book was good. People read it. They are now the kind of figures whose names you say in a certain tone. We had a daughter. We took 3 months naming her. We made lists, we argued, we wrote names on the fridge and crossed them out. The night before her birth, I still didn't know. She came out small and loud and fierce. Jace held her in the hospital and looked at me over her head.
Hope.
Yeah?
Yes.
That was how she got her name. She is 9 now. She has Jace's mouth and my eyes and a temper neither of us can account for. It's a Sunday, late afternoon. The light coming in through the big living room window is the color it always is at this time of year. I'm in the window seat with a book, not reading it, just holding it. Hope is on the rug. He's drawing something with markers. She's been drawing the same thing for an hour. The kettle clicks off in the kitchen. Jace comes around the corner with 2 mugs. He sets one down on the little table beside me and he sees something on my face.
What are you thinking about?
I look at him. I think about everything. About a stairwell when I was 12. About a hallway when I was 13. About a hospital room when I was 22. About a counter and a warm amber light. About a boy who traded everything he had for me to learn one small, impossible thing.
Nothing. Just that. It's a good thing to be alive.
He bends down. He kisses me on the forehead. He goes and sits on the rug next to our daughter.
What it's drawing.
It's a mountain!
I lift the mug. I take a sip. The light through the window is gold and warm, and the afternoon goes on.